Hello YouTube, welcome back. This is the Period Woodworker. Today I think we'll take a look at some of the projects that we're going to be doing over the next year. Maybe some things that you would be interested in or that you'd like to come back and take a look at. I hope if so that you will subscribe to my channel. A couple of the things that we want to look at. We're going to do a little bit of turning. I've actually got to make a little bit of space. And I've got these old half-turned bowls that have been in a brown paper bag for, let's see, since December 2002. Same thing, December 2002. These are spalted maple. If I remember correctly, they're huge bowls, and we'll dig them out and take a look at them. We have some pieces of Bradford pear that I've been waiting for about 6 years to do. Those should probably be dry enough. They've been split. I sealed the ends and they haven't cracked, so we'll take a look at those. Another project that we're going to do is, since moving into my new shop, my lathe chisels have just been laying in a pile under one of my sharpening stations. So I decided I'm going to make a wall cabinet and hang them up. It's going to have a couple of doors on it that open up to either side. I'll show you how I laid out and came out with the design of how to put the chisels. I might give you some ideas. A couple of other things that we're going to take a look at. I've got some other interests. Here are a couple of my expedition bags. We might take a look at some of that. Talk a little bit about survivalism. I can't even talk today. We'll take a look at a couple of appliances that you might use for the shop. These are just a couple. Here is an inclined surface shooting board. Looks a little difficult to make, but it's not all that hard as long as you have a good square. And I'll show you that. It works very well because of the inclined nature. It doesn't tear out the wood when you're shooting. We'll look at, I've got just a little thing here that I made just to clamp onto the bench for some pencils, but there are some other ideas that we'll have. That's very simple. We'll be looking at some projects also. I do a little shooting and reloading, and my reloading, I like to do it from different locations, so I would like to have the ability to do it sometimes on my woodworker's bench and sometimes on my layout table. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount the Lee single stage press and the powder measure to a piece of lumber so that I can clamp it to those. We'll take a look at that. We're going to take a look at some tools, how you use them, when you use them. I've got old tools, new tools. There's a Bedrock 608. I've got a lot of Bedrocks, so we'll take a look at those. Got some new tools. This is a Lee Nelson. I have several of those, and there are some other related tools that we'll be taking a look at, taking them apart, seeing how to use them, some methods. We'll be looking at some comparisons. We'll take a look at some, for example, here is a Western Marples chisel compared to a Japanese chisel. Has the grooves on the back, make it easier to sharpen. We'll look at that. We'll look at some saws. I have this one of several Lee Nelson saws that I have. They're really good saws. We're going to spend a good bit of time taking a look at different types of sharpening stones, some things that you may not have thought of. A lot of this stuff is available on eBay, antique shops, and oftentimes you just pass them by, and in a lot of cases these may well be of a better quality than you can buy new. couple of examples, and we'll get into this in much more detail. Here is a Pike. Pike was the brand. Combination stone. It's got one on each side. I have some of these in Hart, Arkansas. India stones. We'll look at those. Some stuff like, this is an old, I think 19th century whale oil sharpening stone. It's mounted on a nice little cast iron stand. I have several of those. We'll look at those. We'll talk about razor hones, when to use them. This one actually has a leather strap on the back. Can be handy. Some of my favorite stones are these old Belgian honing stones, which is a highly sought after stone. I'll teach you what to look for. You have real and natural ones like this one. There are a lot that are put together with bits and pieces. There are some fake ones. I'll show you the difference. And then we'll do some furniture projects, some colonial period type projects. Here's a little something that I've just been piddling around with. This is a basket weave. I found if you can do something in soft pine with chisels, you can pretty much do it in any hardwood. I'll be showing you how to lay this out. As you can see, I've got some started for a tea table that I'm making. Here's some walnut that's laid out. We'll look at that. So pretty much YouTube, this is the place we're going to be doing it. This is my shop that we've already taken a look at. I look forward to you coming back. I hope that you enjoy the channel. Please leave me your comments. Thanks again for coming in today. YouTube, do good work and make yourself happy. Thanks again.